process your own porn.
So this is a Profilux free GHL controller rigged to a PC, and it's waiting to have a few more probes put on it. We've only set it up at the moment with a pH probe and a temperature probe, and we've got a load more probes to put in now, and an aerial so we can connect it via Bluetooth. And we've also got to connect up the light controllers, as at the moment all the lights, in which there are 11 AQUARIUM 600 strips times 6 and 5 times tile lights, and these at the moment are just plugged into the power supply, turned on and off manually, but they will be turned on via the controller, and they will replicate east to west illumination, sunrise to sunset. And the vortex pumps are also going to be installed on the controller, so we can turn these on and off a number of times in a 24-hour cycle. And there's 2 pumps as well, one in each corner, which would also be turned on and off just for half-hour turns every so often. The 2 corners are still waiting for a little bit more live rock. That's why there's no coals really in the corner, but there's a little bit more live rock to go over here. Some more corals to go in the centre, but not many, and then lots of corals on the 2 corners, and that is about it. And the bottle is in there because I bought that up off of a shipwreck that had been wrecked 110 years ago, and I bought that up 20 years ago, so that's 130 years old, that bottle, and it used to hold lemonade, and I just put it back in the sea because that's where I got it from. And that is an update on 440 gallon reef system, which is an upgrade from a 250 gallon system that I had. It's now a month old, about a month, been running for about a month. So far so good, everything's fine, no fatalities, which is good. All the corals are opening probably a little bit better under the LEDs than they were under the T5s, but I might still put a row of T5s underneath here. So you've got 2 rows of AQUARIUM 600s, which are 6 altogether, another 2 down there, and then you've got a mixture of blue and white tiles and all white tiles. These are a mixture of 70% blue, 30%, sorry, 70% white, 30% blue, and these are 100% whites, and I think these are the 9Ks. And I'm going to probably put some T5 pink coral tubes in, just to give it a bit of a pink tint. It's too white and too blue for me. I need a bit of a little pink shade that can come in for a couple of 3 hours of a day, and that will make the blue pink coralline algae stand out, such as this here. If you look behind these fish when they get out of the way, this coralline algae, which is showing as a pinky bluey colour, under the pink fluorescence that will show even pinker. And around that Montipora it looks like there's a little white band, but in fact it's actually pink. Doesn't show up very well under the blue and white lights, but it is a pinky colour, and it will reflect the pink once the pink T5s are put back in. As yet I haven't done a water change. We put the 250 gallon mature water from the other system in here, and did do a 150 water fresh supply. So a month on, we're getting due to probably a 50-60 gallon water change I shall do this week, and then every 3 weeks after that I shall just do a 60 gallon water change, and then check the water parameters and see how things are going. But so far no sign of phosphate at all, and no signs of hardly any readings of nitrate and nitrite. Calcium's too high at the moment. That's around about 580, which is about 130 parts per million too high. We need that around 450. Magnesium's around 1,350 parts per million. The salinity is a little bit high. That's around 1.028. I want to get that down to 1.026, but nothing to worry about. I don't really dose the tank with anything other than a calcium reactor, and I do add strontium twice a week, just a cap full of strontium and iodine, and I feed it with plankton twice a day, just a little squirt of plankton feed, and the fish are mainly fed with a mixture of flake food, frozen mysis shrimp, sometimes a little bit of krill, mussel, clams, but I don't overfeed them. I prefer the fish to try and find their own algae and stuff like that, and algae. But obviously some of the fish are fish that will only take food that's free flowing in the water, so I have to make sure I do feed the tank twice a day, so that things like the little tiny green chromices and the little blue damsels and the amphius, they'll only eat stuff that's actually free swimming in the water. They won't go down and eat off of rocks or anything, or off of the sand bed, as the tangs and the angels will all day long, they just keep pecking on the rocks so they can find their own food. Of course the triggerfish, he's not attacking any of the corals at the moment, but in a couple of years time when he's a bit bigger we need to be thinking about what to do with him, but hopefully he'll be okay for another couple of years. The clownfish is hosting. Well, he's hosting in anything that's got any type of tentacles on it, really. He's not in this piece, he's in this piece. He used to live in white pulsing xenia, but I found the white pulsing xenia to be a nuisance, growing too quickly, spreading right throughout the tank. So we got rid of all the white pulsing xenia. I gave that to my mate JD. I gave some to my girlfriend for an aquarium. But it was a nuisance. It was just spreading like wildfire. So anybody that's thinking of getting white pulsing xenia, let me tell you now, if your white pulsing xenia likes your tank, it will grow rapidly to the point where you'll be excited thinking how great it is and how great it looks, and then all of a sudden you'll realise it starts to grow over everything and anything. Anyway, that's just a quick update of the aquarium. And I'll post this on YouTube. Bye for now.